Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dua Strauss.
And I'm Derek Sibley.
It is October 6th, 2023. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, finally toward the end of that week.
Woo!
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, she's all excited.
We're all excited.
Where's the
about
Taylor
Friday.
moves?
We're going to pull out the Taylor moves.
Okay.
We can't reveal all of our secrets in the beginning of the show.
Gotcha.
We've got Derek has a wonderful, wonderful dance planned for our viewers today, so you should stay tuned in.
When did we talk about this? When did we plan this?
We planned it 5 seconds ago.
Okay.
You're going to be doing it. You did it already in the first hour. Come on, you can do it in the second.
All right, I'll give it a shot in the second hour.
Exactly.
I'll try.
We'll go full out. Maybe I'll run in front of the weather maps with you.
Hey, I'm all for it. And while you're doing that, I'll just give you the clicker. You could just take it over. No practice on my dance moves. How about that?
I don't think you want to see me do weather.
I think it's only fair, though.
I don't think you want to see me do weather.
Well, you know, I kind of just planned this out 5 seconds ago, so.
I could do it. Cold front coming in from the west.
We already had the cold front move.
Oh, that's all I know.
That's okay. I'll just show you what to do.
I just remember the buzz phrases that Derek uses, and then I'm like, all right, can do weather.
It's almost like muscle memory now.
It is. Well,
all right.
There is no cold front coming in, but it is definitely cooler today.
It is cooler today. It's going to be breezy, and we're also talking about some showers moving in from the west, as you can see right there. And those showers are only going to increase throughout the day today, so I recommend bringing that rain poncho or umbrella. You may need that because you could run into some of those off and on showers throughout the day. On the cool side this morning, 40s and 50s is what we got here as you head out the door, and temperatures will only remain that way throughout the day. Also watching the rain chances increase, looking at showers likely this afternoon with that west and northwest breeze at 10 to 20 miles an hour. So this could affect your dog walking out there as well. So just bear that in mind here, especially this afternoon, also into this evening. Today's our last day of showing you the allergy report, at least until March. The allergy season is coming to a close. This last report that we have shows the ragweed and weed is low. The mold, however, will stay on the high side. I'll have a check on your schoolcast, plus that full weather forecast coming up in a few minutes, and we'll time out the rain that we're expecting here later today. Dua?
Thanks, Derek. Well, let's get to some news this morning. Sentencing has been delayed for a man involved in a 2022 shooting. To 19-year-old Sage Hickey was supposed to be sentenced yesterday, but that sentencing was pushed back to December. Attorneys asked for more time to reach a sentencing agreement in order to negotiate other open cases. In August, Hickey was out on bond when he was arrested for illegally possessing a firearm and for possessing marijuana along with other charges. Judge Elliot Levine revoked his bond and ordered him to return to La Crosse County Jail until he's sentenced. Back in 2022, Hickey was charged with first-degree intentional homicide in the death of 15-year-old Storm Von Dreschek. Attorneys reached a plea deal in July of this year that dropped the homicide charge. Hickey only had to plead guilty to intimidating a witness. His sentencing has been rescheduled to December 15th. One man is seriously injured after a combine overturned early yesterday morning in Arcadia. Trempealeau County deputies responded to reports that a combine had overturned and pinned the operator underneath. The combine overturned after it went into a ditch. The Arcadia Fire Department had to remove the man from under the combine. He was then airlifted from the scene with serious injuries. Xylazine, more commonly known as Tranq. Vets use it to relax or sedate animals, but it can also be paired with synthetic opioids like fentanyl to increase their potency. And now one person in the La Crosse area is dead because of it. Law enforcement and emergency physicians at Gunderson Health System say Tranq-laced drugs have been popping up in the area earlier this year. One Gunderson expert says what makes Tranq-laced drugs so dangerous is the opioid reversal drug naloxone doesn't work on it.
When you're using these street drugs, you don't know the dose you're getting. And so sometimes it could be a factor of 10-fold increase compared to the prior dose.
If you encounter someone you suspect is overdosing, administer naloxone if you have it. Regardless of the naloxone, always call 911 as soon as possible. Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District Representative Derek Van Orden is not mincing words. Yesterday, he expressed his disappointment over Kevin McCarthy being ousted from the Speaker of the House seat. On Tuesday, 8 Republicans and all present Democrats voted to remove McCarthy, making him the first Speaker voted out of the job. Now, all business in the House is on pause until a new Speaker can be elected. Van Orden says the 8 Republicans who voted with Democrats to strip McCarthy of his title are to blame for the current drama.
So I'm incredibly disappointed by the immature and irresponsible way that 8 Republicans voted with 208 Democrats for chaos.
Republicans are now scrambling to find a new leader to take over the role, and they're on a deadline. Government funding is set to end on November 17th, and if no speaker is elected before then, a government shutdown will happen. Van Orden did not say who he will be supporting to become the next Speaker of the House, but one Wisconsin Republican has. The vacancy of La Crosse County Board has been filled. In early September, District 5 Supervisor Grant Matthew resigned. Matthew had been representing the district that covers the UWL campus since 2020. Now, UWL junior Justin Poley has been appointed to take over the role. Poley will be sworn in on Monday during the County Board of Supervisors Planning Committee. Politicians and local business leaders united met in La Crosse for the annual Grain Belt Ports meeting. The meeting connects politicians from 7 counties in Wisconsin and 4 counties in Minnesota. It's to raise the profile of the region and highlight the importance of the national and global supply chain. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall has the details.
A packed house at the Radisson Hotel. Today, more than 40 members of government and local businesses met for the first Northern Grain Belt Ports annual meeting. The NGBP is the newest of 4 Corn Belt Port regions in the area. The ports are located in La Crosse, Prairie du Chien, Winona, Wabasha, and Red Wing. The goal? Recognition. According to Brennan Marine President Adam Binsfeld, the port is part of the top 100 ports in the country. It also played a vital role during the recent summer droughts.
On the Locking River, it's been shallow, but Corps of Engineers has done this year in particular an outstanding job in dredging and staying ahead of issues. I know we learned a lot of things last year, both above St. Louis and below St. Louis, and this year I feel they're doing an outstanding job.
Binsfeld is happy his port is recognized at the national level.
It's a huge deal. It adds resiliency to the system and gets the folks at the Corps or the local governments, the city, or the money they need to reinvest.
Politicians, including Rep. Derek Van Orden, were also in attendance. He tells News 8 Now what the House is doing to make sure the ports are operating well.
We have just authorized, or about ready to authorize, another $10 billion to make sure that these waterways are functioning, that our locks and dams are working, so that we can move our grain up and down the Mississippi River.
The Dam Integrity Act will also address dams in need of significant repairs or reconstruction for public safety and those fit to continue providing services. The Viroqua Chamber of Commerce celebrated community success last night. The chamber hosted a dinner and several auctions with community leaders at the Pedretti's Party Barn. The executive director says the annual event is a way to recognize city progress.
The Viroqua Chamber Bash is an opportunity for the civic leaders and business leaders to show their dedication and commitment to making Viroqua an amazing community to live, work, and play.
Clemens says the Viroqua Chamber plans on doing more events in the future. They're hosting a wine walk later this month. We'll have their event schedule on our digital platforms. The Harry J. Olson Senior Center in La Crosse will be hosting a Made Right fundraiser today. The event will run from 10:30 this morning till 1:30 this afternoon. Attendees can purchase a Made Right sandwich with some chips and a dessert for $5. And guests will also be able to buy an additional Made Right sandwich for another $2.50. The Oktoberfest royal family will also be making a special appearance at the event. Well, still ahead on your morning news, CandyStore.com has released their list of the most popular Halloween candies. We'll take a look at which candies are the most sought across the country, and for my home state of Illinois, I see Sour Patch Kids, but I don't think that's accurate. And you may have heard of Bidenomics or Reaganomics, but what about Swiftonomics? We'll take a look at why some economists are saying that Taylor Swift may be boosting the U.S. economy. That and more is coming up at the top of the hour. But for now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Candy company Haribo and the inventor of the gummy bear is competing in a national contest for Best Water Tower Mural. The German candy manufacturer created the mural next to its first North American factory in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. The 121-foot tank has 11-foot tall gummy bears, accompanied by 23-foot tall Haribo gold bears. It took an artist 51 days to complete the huge mural. 10 other Wisconsin towns have entered their own towers in the competition. If you want to vote for your favorite tower, just go to tnemec.com. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news at News 8 Now this morning is after the break.
Well, clouds are only on the increase this morning, which will eventually lead to some rain showers. And you can see they're just back to our west, slowly moving their way towards the east. And our rain chances are only expected to gradually increase, especially by the time we reach this afternoon, where we could top off at around 50% chances of seeing some showers, maybe even some rumbles of thunder here as we head into this afternoon. A check on your zone forecast showing highs much cooler here today into the low 50s, 54 today in Berry Mills, and a high of 51 to the north of Minduro. 49 though in Viroqua this afternoon, with chances of rain showers all across our southern communities. Same can be said north into our central zones today as well, with that rain going on here today, with highs into the low 50s this afternoon, and into the Chippewa Valley, upper 40s to low 50s today. Eau Claire, you're looking at a high of only 51 degrees this afternoon. Bus stop forecast this morning, 48 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, and on the way back home around Dismissal, we're talking about temperatures at 48, with some showers becoming a good possibility there. So pack that umbrella and rain poncho. I think you'll need that here today. We'll talk more about that in the full weather forecast in a few minutes.
In your consumer news this morning, happy Croctober, everyone. The iconic comfort shoe brand is officially going country. Crocs announced Thursday that they are launching a new product, the Crocs Classic Cowboy Boot. According to the brand, requests for a Croc Cowboy boot have been among the most common in recent years. The Croc Cowboy boots will be available in select Croc retail locations beginning October 23rd and online at crocs.com. I may just have to get myself a pair. Do you have one special candy you look forward to having at Halloween? As it turns out, your favorite spooky snack might be influenced by where you live. CandyStore.com recently analyzed bulk candy sales data to find out each state's top choice. Nationally, Reese's Cups were #1, followed by M&M's and Hot Tamales. In Wisconsin, Butterfingers reigned supreme with 106,000 pounds sold in the Badger State from 2007 to 2022. I think Butterfingers are really nasty, but that's just me. I want our viewers to know if that's really their #1 candy. Well, could the truth about alien life literally be at your doorstep? Doorbell camera company Ring is holding a competition that invites people to capture evidence of alien existence. So if you spy a UFO on your doorbell cam, submit it to Ring for the chance to win $1 million. According to Ring, submissions will be viewed by a space expert. If you live in a neighborhood where aliens don't tend to hang out, Ring is also offering a $500 Amazon gift card for most creative fake. Well, Taylor Swift may not be only making a big impact on the music industry, but may also be making an impact on the U.S. economy. Some economists are even calling it Swiftonomics. Cole Higgins takes a closer look at how the Shake It Off star is helping some places feel a little bit more bejeweled.
From the Eras Tour to movie screens across the country and now to the NFL world, Taylor Swift is boosting the U.S. economy, with some analysts coining the effect Swiftonomics.
I've been writing about Swiftonomics for almost a year now, ever since she announced the Eras Tour, and it seems like there is always something new to say.
This week, Cinemark announcing ticket sales for Swift's 3-hour concert film are setting pre-sale records. Beyonce plans to do the same with her Renaissance World Tour, as both stars position themselves to pull movie theaters out of writer's strike doldrums. And analysts say, as eager fans spend money to see both stars, it's highlighting women's economic impact.
When you think about the impact of Beyonce and Taylor Swift both, every city they go to is seeing an economic bump because women are staying in hotels. Remote working is allowing that. They're going to the hair salon. They're buying outfits on Amazon or wherever to get together.
The Eras Tour alone could be considered a $5 billion GDP type tour. That's according to Sanjay Sharma, adjunct professor of finance at the University of Southern California, who says adding it all up is hard, but says the money stays in the U.S. and supports local economies.
It's a new phenomenon. It's not even compared. Super Bowl doesn't compare to this.
Meanwhile, Swift's rumored new relationship with NFL star Travis Kelce is breaking NFL viewership records and generating lots of buzz as the Taylor Swift effect spreads to football.
Now it's NFL sales, it's a jersey sales. So it seems like at the end of the day, the big winner here is the U.S. economy and consumer spending.
Taylor Swift's Eras concert tour film is expected to hit theaters on October 13th. Well, that's it for your morning consumer news. Let's check in with Derek and get today's forecast, but also his little dance. Derek, are you ready to be bejeweled?
I was really hoping you were going to forget that.
I was not forgetting that.
Of course you didn't. All right.
I can do it with you if you want me to.
Okay, so I spin around, right? Did I do it? No, I didn't do it? Okay, she's actually going to come on the wall and help me out here with this Taylor
gosh,
Swift
this is my first time on the wall,
I know,
actually.
look at
this
you.
is so cool.
And I feel like I'm a little bit higher than you are. Taller.
You are
it's all
taller
good.
than me.
Yeah.
All right, so ready? We're gonna walk.
Okay.
And then we're gonna spin.
All right, we're gonna spin.
And we're gonna go like this.
All right, so I was a little late.
All right.
We'll try it again.
I think you're having more fun doing this than the weather.
I think I am too.
All right,
we should make it a segment.
So we're gonna walk.
Okay,
you gotta
we're gonna
strut.
walk. All right.
Strut.
Okay.
Spin.
Spin.
And then.
All right.
There you go.
All right, I think I did it. Thank you, Dua, for that demonstration there. All right, this morning we're starting off on a quiet note with temperatures in La Crosse sitting at 51 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Our winds a little bit on the breezy side, 14 miles an hour. If you're in Eau Claire, 47 degrees is our temperature, partly cloudy, winds out of the west at 10 miles an hour. So here's a quick look at the overall regional picture of our satellite and radar. And you can see that we have the spinning motion of moisture containing cloud cover and rain showers here this morning. All of this is moving in our general direction. So that's why I'm thinking that we're going to see a little bit of a wet and cool day. And I say cool because we're on the back side of that cold front. Remember that moved through yesterday. So that's why we're looking at some cooler conditions filtering in behind that low and cold front back towards the west. And our breezes will also pick up throughout the day, along with some of those passing showers starting at around late morning into the early afternoon. Those showers will only continue throughout the later afternoon hours here today as well, before subsiding as we head closer towards the evening hours. So let's time it out on Sky Tracker. Here comes the showers starting to move into our western communities as early as 9 o'clock, but then they become more widespread though by around 2 o'clock here, as you can see, with the temperatures only into the mid to upper 40s. That's why we're thinking it's going to be a wet and cool day here for us to work with. And by the way, some of those showers may even produce some locally heavy downpours as they move through the area. Here's 6 o'clock this evening. Those showers, for the most part, come to a close. Maybe a couple of light scattered showers are still possible by that point before really everything comes to a complete shutdown as far as the rain goes for our local area at around 11 o'clock. But the temperature is holding steady into the 40s. A couple of clouds may remain here as we head into early on Saturday morning before we start to increase the clouds again, heading into Saturday late morning around 10 o'clock or so, with a chance and maybe a couple of spotty light showers. Certainly not out of the question as we head into tomorrow afternoon, and any of that activity that does develop should subside there by around 8 o'clock tomorrow night. But we'll keep our eyes on the radar because maybe some showers could develop back towards the western communities again. We'll see if they hold together, moving their way towards the east by Saturday night. And you know, this rain is definitely not a bad thing. Here's a look at the latest drought monitor that just came in yesterday. A lot of locations anywhere from that moderate to extreme drought condition, especially across our southern communities. So any rain is definitely a welcome sight. Here's a check on your 8-day forecast, and you can see that we do have those rain chances today. We'll keep our eyes for Saturday nights, but really over the next several days through Wednesday of next week, things are looking dry. Highs into the 50s, lows into the 30s and low 40s. Our next best chance of rain probably not arriving until late next week. All right, stay tuned. We're back with much more news and weather still to come on News 8 Now this morning. For now, we're sending it a break with a look what happened on this day in history for October 6th. We'll be right back.
to the Blitz. The fall sports season's coming down the final stretch. Playoffs are right around the corner. And when it comes to the MVC, nobody's got an answer so far for the Holmen volleyball team. Vikings have been perfect in conference play. They were looking to keep it going last night in lacrosse. Riverhawks standing in their way, though, hoping to stop that streak. But the Vikings on a mission in the second, Holmen up a set. Izzy Jar puts her squad up 9. Then how about this? She's a freshman. It's Moira Linsanity taking over Central High. Holmen up 7. Riverhawks looking to rally, though. Look at the touch here from the captain, Sienna Freed. She finds the floor. That cuts it back to 6. But the Vikings pull away. The sophomore, Charlie Casey, sky and high. Central can't return it. Vikings go up 2 sets. And the best team in the MVC stays perfect in conference play. Jar again with one of her 18 kills on the night. Holmen keeps on rolling. Vikings take down rival Central in 3 sets. Staying in the MVC, what a thriller at Logan. Rangers hosting Toma in the first. Ava Detweiler going up high for the kill. Home team starting off strong, but the T-Wolves hanging tough. Taylor Lord blasts one home. Toma right there within 1. But you got to see this. What a rally from the Rangers. Hennessy Schaefer dives to keep it alive. Fast forward a few seconds later. Detweiler with the set. Kaya Paolo with the spike. What a point from Logan. Rangers go up 4. Timberwolves not going down without a fight, though. Libby Matheson finds the floor. Toma staying in this one, but it's the Rangers pulling away. Detweiler adds 1 more kill to the box score. Rangers take the first set. This one would go the distance, but it's Logan hanging on in the end. Rangers win a 5-set thriller on senior night. They take it 3 sets to 2. Over to Westby we go for a Cooley Conference showdown. Norseman clashing with Arcadia. Westby came to fight early. Ava Berg slams it past the Raider defense. They go up by 3. Then later in the set, Adela Anderson sets up Caitlin Bremer, who gets the kill. That cuts the Norse lead to just 1. But take a look at this. No-look fake set over the net by Anderson. Puts Arcadia up 5 as they look to take the set, but Westby responds. Emma Chose knocking it down at the net and tying this one up. Chose wouldn't stop there, though. Here she is again, getting one of her 14 kills on the night. Norsemen take the first. They go on to win this one in straight sets. Let's go to the college court. Viterbo at home hosting Mayville State. Seahawks down 2 in the second, but here they come. Martina McGrath sends a bullet over the net. Viterbo within 1. Then later in the set, it's the Holmen grad, Kenzie Winker, making her presence felt. That can't be returned. Seahawks go up 1. And then it's the Winona grad, Grace Rohde, taking over. The junior sends a rocket to the ground. Seahawks knotted up at 23. Then the home team pulls away. Who else but Rohde? Comets try to keep it alive, but it falls just short of the net. Viterbo goes up 2 sets. Seahawks keep on soaring. They take down conference foe Mayville State 3 sets to none. Let's go to the gridiron in St. Charles. La Crescent Hoka taking on the Saints. First quarter action, Lancers trailing by 7, but Brady Grupa barrels his way toward the end zone. Unfortunately, he steps out of bounds, inches from a touchdown, but on the next play, don't worry. QB A.J. Donovan takes it in himself. Lancers tie it up. Second quarter now, Colton Matheson gets the handoff. He runs it in for 6. Saints go back on top, but the Lancers answer back. Donovan hooking up with Maze Boyer across the middle. He finds his way in for the score. And how about this? La Crescent scores the go-ahead touchdown with just over a minute to go. 2-point conversion's good. Lancers win a thriller on the road, 36-35. That's going to do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The Biden administration is reversing policy to build new barriers at the southern U.S. border with Mexico. The change comes as a sudden increase of migrants illegally cross into the country. CBS News correspondent Naomi Ruckham reports from New York.
Hundreds of migrants ran to the U.S. border with Mexico Tuesday night. It's one visual demonstration of the problem that's becoming overwhelming. More than 200,000 migrants illegally crossed into the U.S. last month, the highest level this year. New York City Mayor Eric Adams was warmly welcomed in Mexico, where he's calling for changes in U.S. immigration policy. He says more than 100,000 migrants have arrived in New York since April 2022, leading to an estimated $12 billion in extra spending over 3 years.
We want to give a real picture of what's happening in New York City.
Some changes coming in the form of 18-foot-high steel panels that will be installed along a 20-mile stretch in the Rio Grande Valley. That requires the waiving of over 24 federal laws and regulations, breaking President Biden's campaign promise.
There will not be another foot of wall constructed on my administration.
The president says a law Congress passed in 2019 gives him no choice.
They have to use the money for what was appropriated. I can't stop that.
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas issued a notice in the Federal Register that says, quote, there is presently an acute and immediate need to construct physical barriers in order to prevent unlawful entries into the United States. But he says that does not indicate a change in the administration's approach.
We are opposed to the construction of the wall.
The administration also announced it will resume the deportation of migrants from Venezuela.
U.S. U.S. officials say the deportations of Venezuelan migrants are expected to begin shortly. Wisconsin lawmakers heard testimony yesterday on Republican-supported bills focused on transgender youth. One bill prohibits certain gender-affirming health care for minors. That includes the use of surgeries or puberty-blocking drugs. Two other bills would prohibit trans athletes from participating on sports teams that match their gender identity. The bills explicitly say that people assigned male at birth by a physician would be prohibited from playing on female teams. The bills have little chance of making it into law, as Governor Evers told supporters at the Capitol he would veto the measure.
I know you're here because you're off and you want to stop it, and you will stop it, and I'll help you stop it.
The governor has vetoed similar measures in the past. For now, the bills will continue working through the state legislature. Senator Ron Johnson has thrown his support behind House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan. He said, quote, I can't think of a better person for Speaker. Chairman Jordan is a person with both high intelligence and integrity. We are fortunate he is willing to serve America in this often thankless capacity. I hope his Republican House colleagues agree by fully supporting him, end quote. The Office of Children's Mental Health reports that more than 1 in 5 Wisconsin high schoolers reported self-harm. 1 in 4 female students seriously considered attempting suicide, and over 50% of students reported anxiety. Now, state Democrats are releasing a package of bills to expand mental health care access in schools. The state budget currently includes $30 million over 2 years for per-pupil mental health resources. The Senate Democrats' bills would add over $100 million for each of the next 2 budget years. One bill also adds social and emotional learning to the list of topics the Department of Public Instruction has to offer school district training. Another also makes mental health professional hires eligible for DPI reimbursement programs. A proposal that would grant the Milwaukee Brewers $614 million was defended at a legislative committee hearing. The money would go towards recovering repairs at American Family Field. Republican Representative Rob Brooks said the proposal wouldn't create new taxes, but instead use income taxes on players' salaries to fund the stadium repairs. Brooks warned that if the Brewers were to leave Wisconsin, the Milwaukee area would lose millions of dollars in income and sales tax. The Brewers have been working for months to get public funding for stadium upgrades. Although the team has not yet threatened to leave Milwaukee, relocation is always a possibility if another city offers to take over their bills. Now here's Derek to tell us what to expect for our morning commute.
All right, thanks for that, Duo. We are tracking some moisture here this morning on the satellite and radar, showing a lot of the clouds and rain showers that continue to push into the area this morning. Now, the showers that you see there on the left side of your screen will only continue to gradually increase throughout the day, especially more so by the time we reach this afternoon. I think we'll see some better chances of showers, as you can see here on the hourly precipitation graph, showing that by 2 o'clock, I think we'll see our best chances topping off at around 50%. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But our current temperatures as you head outside into the upper 40s and even the low 50s. It's a little bit warmer down south in the the La Crosse area at 51, but a lot of us here into the 40s though as you head outside. Here's a look at the overall forecast. 54 degrees, mostly cloudy and much cooler for today. Breezy with some of those off and on showers. West to northwest winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. And as we head into tonight, it will be 41 degrees, mostly clear. The wind speeds begin to relax here a little bit, northwest 5 to 10, but still breezy and cool out there for us to work with. Today's not really the best day to do any type of mowing because it will be a little bit wet and cool throughout the day. I think we'll see some better weather here though for this by the time we reach this weekend and much of next week. More on that coming up, and a final check on the full weather forecast in a few minutes. Coming up in our Buzz Report, Disney is offering deals on kids' parks tickets for select dates in 2024. We'll let you know how to fly off to Neverland without breaking the bank in just a few minutes. We'll be right back. Well, we're off to a beautiful start this morning from City Cam 8 in downtown La Crosse, showing just a few clouds out there currently. Temperatures at 51 degrees. Westerly winds slightly on the breezy side, though, at around 14 miles an hour. And those breezes will only increase throughout the day, which we'll get to here in just a bit. Eau Claire, 47 degrees is your current temperature. Partly cloudy skies. Not as breezy here, though, coming in from the west at around 10 miles an hour. Now, if we talk about the bigger picture here on the regional scale, you can see we have the swirling motion of cloud cover and rain showers. This is all moving in our general direction currently, and this is going to help pick up our rain chances, especially by the afternoon. And this is all associated by this low pressure system with this cold front. Remember that front that moved through yesterday? Well, it's way to the east of us now, and you can see the clouds and rain showers associated with that system here. We're on the back side, so we're looking at some breezy westerly winds behind it, and we're also looking at the cooler conditions filtering in. So it's not just the rain showers that it's going to be developing on the back side of the low, but we're also talking about the winds picking up and the temperatures cooling down, as you can see, with temperatures in the 50s throughout the day, with a chance of seeing some scattered showers and maybe even some rumbles of thunder as we head into this afternoon. In fact, we'll time it out on Sky Tracker. Here's 9 o'clock. Some scattered showers already beginning to approach portions of our western communities. Now, the showers will only expand in coverage, and you can see a lot of us will be dealing with some wet conditions by around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Now, some of those showers may even produce some heavy downpours, so it's important to keep the umbrella handy today, I think, and also a rain poncho as well. Look at the temperatures. Very cold this afternoon, into the upper 40s and low 50s. I do think by 6 o'clock, though, most of the rain showers will come to a close. Maybe a couple of spotty showers near the Chippewa Valley, certainly possible. Here's tonight around 11 o'clock. Most of the moisture, cloud cover and rain showers begins to clear out. Still a little bit on the chilly side, though. Here's 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, still looking clear, but look at the temperatures, 30s and 40s here to start with, and then warming up into the mid 40s to even the low 50s at times as we get near towards the afternoon hours, especially with those temperatures in the 50s. Some scattered showers also possible during the afternoon, but I think the rain chances tomorrow looking a little bit lower than what they are today, though. And then by 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, a couple of leftover spotty showers for portions of the eastern communities. Otherwise, just expect mainly cloudy skies. We may increase the rain chances again come tomorrow night. We'll keep our eyes on that as some more shower development could make their way across our western communities. If they hold together, they could move east and impact the rest of us. But this is great news, though, for the drought. This brand new update came in just yesterday, and you can see not so many good changes, anywhere from moderate to extreme drought conditions, especially for those of us highlighted in that red shade across portions of our southern community. So any rain is definitely some welcome news there. A check on your 8-day forecast showing that after today, we're pretty dry here for the most part, with the exception of tomorrow, maybe a couple of those spotty showers, as I mentioned. But then after that, highs mainly into the 50s with those drier conditions, lows into the upper 30s, low 40s. I think our next best chance of rain comes late next week between around Thursday and Friday. We'll keep our eyes on that.
In our morning Buzz report, California's Disneyland is offering limited time deals for kids. The park announced that children's tickets will only cost $50 for all admissions between January 8th and March 10th. That's roughly half the normal price. The special tickets will go on sale on October 24. Meanwhile, Disney World in Florida will have a deal between March 3rd and June 30th. Those tickets will go on sale on November 14th. NFL great and Hollywood star Dick Butkus has passed away. His death was announced on social media by the NFL as well as his longtime team, the Chicago Bears. Following a Hall of Fame linebacker career on the gridiron, Butkus found a second calling in television and movies. In Hollywood, he was perhaps best known for his role on the popular 90s sitcom Hang Time. Dick Butkus was 80 years old. His cause of death has not been released.
This has been the most extraordinary experience of my entire life.
Yesterday, we reported that Taylor Swift's upcoming Eras Tour concert film was breaking pre-sale records. Today, we have the final numbers. According to AMC, the film has already sold more than 100 million in advance tickets, and that's with a relatively small budget of $10 million. For reference, Greta Gerwig's blockbuster Barbie had pre-sales of $30 million on a $145 million budget. That film has grossed nearly $1.5 billion so far.
We work in the dark to serve the light.
Assassin's Creed is leveling up. The historical action-adventure video game franchise just released its newest installment, Assassin's Creed Mirage. The latest edition of Assassin's Creed will take players back to the 9th century Baghdad, where players will be able to explore the city as an open-world environment. Previous Assassin's Creed games have been set in Renaissance Italy, Imperial China, and Revolutionary France. The game is available on Xbox and PlayStation now.
Well, we couldn't go without Taylor Swift news. That was for sure.
We couldn't, and I contributed to the 100 million pre-sales. I bought my tickets.
No surprise there, folks.
No surprise there, and I mentioned this in the first hour. I'm going home this weekend, but my Taylor Swift sweater just delivered back home, so I mean, I could bring it back, could wear it on the show if the viewers demand it.
Hey, man, it's good marketing value, too.
Only if they want it, though. Yeah. You know, it has nothing to do with me.
Right, that's true.
Nothing to do with me.
Well, hopefully you guys are Taylor Swift fans.
You know what? I'll probably end up wearing it regardless.
You're going to probably wear it. I know you.
I will.
You're going to wear it. At least
at some,
maybe not the whole show, but at some point.
At some point, I could wear it if we have, you know, once the movie comes out and we've got those. I'll wear it. How about I wear it on the day of the premiere for the movie?
That's probably a better idea.
I'll wear it that Friday.
I like that idea.
All right. We're counting down the days where I get to dress up in my Taylor Swift merch. Derek, we got to get you something, too.
What am I going to wear for Taylor Swift?
You can wear something.
I can wear something?
Yeah,
okay.
There's lots of outfits.
So she's converting me to a Taylor Swift fan. I mean, we talk about it every day, even when we don't talk about it on the Buzz Report. So there you go. I'm going to have to participate in that.
Yes, it's just part of the rules.
It's just part of the rules, as Dua says. There we go. All right, so we got a ton of birthdays today, well, at least a handful. So let's get right to it. Julia is turning 8 today. Happy birthday. She loves to be outside, eat ice cream, and loves her dog, Cookie.
Molly is also turning 8 years old today. She loves gymnastics, having breakfast with her grandfather, as well as her brother and sister.
Colton is also turning 8 years old today. Now, he likes riding his bike, swimming, and is a big Green Bay Packers fan.
Sis is turning 88 years old today. She loves to be outside the house and going to the casino.
Eldora is also turning 88. She likes doing puzzles and being with her friends and family.
You guys really stepped it up with the birthdays today.
Yeah, unlike yesterday when we had 0.
Yeah. So. Well, if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab on our website.
Stay with us. We have everything you need to know today in 5 minutes or less. Your morning news now is up next. In your morning news now, sentencing has been delayed for a man involved in a 2022 shooting death. 19-year-old Sage Hickey was supposed to be sentenced yesterday, but that sentencing was pushed back to December. Attorneys asked for more time to reach a sentencing agreement in order to negotiate other open cases. In August, Hickey was out on bond when he was arrested for illegally possessing a firearm and for possessing marijuana along with other charges. Judge Elliot Levine revoked his bond and ordered him to return to La Crosse County Jail until he's sentenced. Back in 2022, Hickey was charged with first-degree intentional homicide in the death of 15-year-old Storm Von Drashek. Attorneys reached a plea deal in July of this year that dropped the homicide charge. Hickey only had to plead guilty to intimidating a witness. His sentencing has been rescheduled to December 15th. The vacancy of La Crosse's county board has been filled. In early September, District 5 Supervisor Grant Matthew resigned. Matthew had been representing the district that covers the UWL campus since 2020. Now, UWL junior Justin Poley has been appointed to take over the role. Poley will be sworn in on Monday during the County Board of Supervisors Planning Committee. The Office of Children's Mental Health reports that more than 1 in 5 Wisconsin high schoolers reported self-harm. 1 in 4 female students seriously considered attempting suicide, and over 50% of students reported anxiety. Now, state Democrats are releasing a package of bills to expand mental health care access in schools. The state budget currently includes $30 million over 2 years for per-pupil mental health resources. The Senate Democrats' bills would add over $100 million for each of the next 2 budget years. One bill also adds social and emotional learning to the list of topics the Department of Public Instruction has to offer school district training. Another also makes mental health professional hires eligible for DPI reimbursement programs. The Viroqua Chamber of Commerce celebrated community success last night. The chamber hosted a dinner and several auctions with community leaders at Pedretti's Party Barn. The executive director says the annual event is a way to recognize city progress.
The Viroqua Chamber Bash is an opportunity for the civic leaders and business leaders to show their dedication and commitment to making Viroqua an amazing community to live, work, and play.
Clemens says the Viroqua Chamber plans on doing more events in the future. They're hosting a wine walk later this month. We'll have their event schedule on our digital platforms. The Harry J. Olson Senior Center in La Crosse will be hosting a Made Right fundraiser today. The event will run from 10:30 this morning till 1:30 this afternoon. Attendees can purchase a Made Right sandwich with some chips and a dessert for $5. And guests will also be able to buy an additional Made Right sandwich for another $2.50. The Oktoberfest royal family will also be making a special appearance at the event.
And as you head out the door this morning, temperatures on the cool side, upper 40s, low 50s under mostly cloudy skies, but we are expecting the breezes to pick up as the day goes on, and the rain chances will only increase as well. So get ready for a bit of a wet and a chilly day here throughout the afternoon and before those showers begin to clear this evening. Here's a check on your 8-day forecast. We may see a little bit of some showers off and on tomorrow. Better chances today, though. Other than that, it's looking mostly cloudy for the weekend. Highs in the 50s through the middle part of next week. Low temperatures into the upper 30s, low 40s. We may not see another best chance of rain until later next week. So I would say pack the umbrella here today. It's going to be a little bit wet and chilly.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It definitely felt chilly this morning.
Yeah. Don't forget your jacket, too, like I did this morning. I was in a bit of a rush. I was like, oh. Now it's really cold, too.
I always remember one.
Yeah, there you go.
You know me. Yeah.
Of course.
Well, how did you feel about
You get cool easily. So
yes, I do. How did you feel about your dance lesson today? Let's have a little recap.
I think the second time was better when we were on the wall. That first time I felt a little silly. I was delayed. I was behind you. And then once I got the rhythm going, I was like, okay, I think I got it now.
All right. Well, don't forget to keep up with the news of the day on news8000.com. We'll have the latest updates to today's top stories on News 8 Now at noon. Have a wonderful Friday and stay bejeweled.